Greetings happy artists, this is Miss A, and on this scorching day I'm going to be giving you 6 don'ts or things not to do in the IB art exhibition component, plus a 7th bonus one at the end of the video. So I hope these are really useful. These have been based on the last batch of candidates that I marked as an examiner. So let's get started. So the first don't is please don't plagiarize images of Google. I actually had a candidate this year. Seriously, I did a really quick basic Google search and found the image. So please don't just pick images of Google. Okay, we've talked a lot about plagiarism. Please watch my other videos. IB is very particular about ensuring that the images and the work that you are presenting for your exam are actually your own. The second don't is don't exceed the limit of whatever word count you're given. So for things like the curatorial statement, watch the word count also with the descriptions of the work, where you have to input the specifics of the work, the media, the size, etc., plus the description of what your intentions were, etc. Again, don't exceed the limit that you are given, because it just gets cut off and the examiner doesn't see the rest. This is a big one. The third don't is don't leave things till the last minute. If this whole corona crisis has taught us anything, is not to procrastinate. Unfortunately, there were lots of students in a bit of a fix because of the corona crisis, and they couldn't get access to their work, and they hadn't photographed it, etc. We totally made sure that we took the crisis into consideration, but it just kind of it's a good thing to keep in mind. Don't leave things till the last minute, because if anything should happen, then you are the one who's suffering. So make sure that you do things systematically, with plenty of time to kind of redo things, improve things, etc. Number 4, this is a personal pet peeve, is please don't use glitter. There are very few occasions where glitter is a good idea to use in an IB art examination. Now, unless there is some majorly specific reason, very well thought out, perhaps you're using it ironically, perhaps you're talking about a culture that has specifically glitter in it, anything from queer art to specific cultural kind of design ideas or preferences. However, please be aware that most of the time glitter will not be appropriate for your IB art exam. The 5th don't for your IB art exam is please do not use Google Translate for your curatorial statement. Hopefully your curatorial statement is something that you've worked on for a while. So Google Translate really is not an option. We all know what a mess that can be, and especially when it's something as important as your curatorial statement. The number 6 don't is don't use too many media. If you're going to use a variety of media, that's great, but make sure that you actually spend time mastering those media. My suggestion would be to, definitely fulfill the minimum requirement for your level, whether it's HL or SL, but at the same time, take the media that you're using and make sure that you're really spending time to develop your skills using that media, because quantity will never replace quality. I really hope that these don'ts have been useful. I hope you take them into consideration. I wish you all the best. This is Miss A. See you soon. And now for the bonus, which is the number 7 don't. Don't use too many artists as your reference point. Because it tends to become a bit of a mess. It's usually becomes a very superficial reference and a very superficial investigation of that artist. An example that I used with my students, I don't know if it's a good example, but anyway, I think it demonstrates this point, which is if you wrote in an English exam, "The cat sat on a mat," you would never say, well, this was influenced by Shakespeare because it rhymes. Now, I see a lot of students doing that with artists that they research, and it's so kind of superficial and so meaningless that really, I mean, there's no point to it at all. So make sure that the artists that you have researched, you have done so, with the respect that they deserve, especially well kind of established artists, and that you have given yourself a maximum opportunity to really learn and investigate in the depth that that work can become inspirational and can really help you grow in your own work.